From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Monday, January the 29th, 2018. The IDF is investigating an incident that took place over the weekend in the West Bank. Two Palestinians dressed to look like IDF soldiers were spotted yesterday near the Jewish settlement of Itamar. Israeli troops were able to apprehend one of them and were searching for the other. They also found 6 Molotov cocktails at the location. It is believed that the two had planned to infiltrate the settlement but did not do so. An investigation is ongoing. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu met today with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Moscow. The two addressed a number of issues, including threats from Iran and Iran's efforts to set up a military presence in Israel's neighboring countries of Syria and Lebanon. Netanyahu also visited the Jewish Museum and Tolerance Center with Putin, which included an exhibit dedicated to the 1943 uprising at the Sobibor Nazi death camp in occupied Poland. The uprising was led by Alexander Pachersky, a Jewish officer of the Red Army. Netanyahu told Putin, "I think that the main lesson learned from the rise of the Nazis and afterwards the defeat of the Nazis is the need to powerfully stand up to murderous ideology in time," telling the Russian leader that advancing security and stability in their mutual regions and mutual cooperation was the goal. Before leaving for Russia, Netanyahu spoke over the phone last night with the Prime Minister of Poland, Mateusz Morawiecki, to address controversial legislation about Poland's culpability during the Holocaust. It was agreed that teams from Israel and Poland would open an immediate dialogue in order to try and reach an understanding regarding the legislation, which was passed on Friday by the lower house of Poland's parliament. It states that Nazi Germany was responsible for all crimes against humanity that took place in the death camps and that Poland was not responsible at all, and it criminalizes the use of the term Polish death camps. Netanyahu said on Saturday that he strongly opposed the bill, saying that one cannot change history and the Holocaust cannot be denied. And Israel's President Rivlin said there were Poles who helped the Jews during the Holocaust and have been recognized as righteous among the nations, but that there were those who aided the Nazis in their crimes. Rivlin said every crime, every offense must be condemned, they must be examined and revealed. And the Israeli president, by the way, is in Greece today, where he met with Greek Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras and his Greek counterpart, Prokopis Pavlopoulos, in Athens today. Tomorrow, Rivlin will attend a cornerstone laying ceremony for the new Holocaust Museum being built in the northern city of Thessaloniki, where tens of thousands of Jews were deported to the Nazi death camps. And International Holocaust Remembrance Day was observed on Saturday. Leaders from around the world commemorated the day and pledged to never forget. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres spoke at the United Nations of the 6 million Jewish women, men, and children who perished.
Decades since the Second World War, we see the persistence of anti-Semitism and an increase in other forms of prejudice. We must stand together against the normalization of hate. Whenever and wherever humanity's values are abandoned, we are all at risk.
And Israeli singers Miriam Masika, David Deor, and Amir Benayoun performed at UN headquarters in New York City today for a special Holocaust program, and an official ceremony takes place at the UN on Wednesday. And switching gears, the Grammy Awards were held last night in New York City, recognizing this year's top achievers in music. Among the awards given, posthumous honors for Jewish singer-songwriter Leonard Cohen, just under a year since his death, for Best Rock Performance, which was Cohen's first Grammy Award. Actress Carrie Fisher was also honored posthumously for Best Spoken Word Album for The Princess Diarist. Jewish singer-songwriter Lisa Loeb won Best Children's Album, and Jewish composer Justin Hurwitz won Best Soundtrack for Visual Media for his work on the Oscar-winning film La La Land. And highlights of the show last night included a tribute to legendary Jewish composer Leonard Bernstein. with a moving rendition of Somewhere from Bernstein's West Side Story, sung by Jewish Broadway star Ben Platt. And taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS, from Monday, January the 29th, we bring you highlights from the recent 2017 Stand With Us Gala, beginning at 7 o'clock, as the organization celebrates Leaders of Tomorrow with Ambassador Dory Gold, Consul General Danny Dayan, Shaharazani, honoree Andrew Kligerman, and comic Ilan Gold, as well as musician Idan Reichel. That's from the Edison Hotel in New York. Then at 9, Mark Golub sits down with lone IDF soldier Josh Warhit on L'Chaim, and at 10, French intellectual Bernard-Henri Lévy talks about events in Europe with NYU law professor Thane Rosenbaum at the 92nd Street Y. And coming up right after this newscast tonight at 6:30, Harvard law professor emeritus Alan Dershowitz goes one-on-one. And that's the JBS News Update for Monday, January the 29th, 2018. I'm Teisha Bader.